Hi, I'm Bill Santamore. I'm managing editor of Hospitals and Health Networks magazine, and I'm here with my senior editor, Matthew Weinstock, and we're going to talk about the April issue, which just came out. The cover story this month is about mobile health.
Yeah, I think it's a really cool cover story. I love the image that our art designer, Chuck Lazar, did on it. It's a great job, and it's an interesting look at how mobile apps on smartphones and the iPad and tablet PCs are going to change the way that care is delivered, not just in the hospital, but outside the hospital with physicians and consumers.
Yeah, I was surprised by how popular they are with physicians already.
Right, and the fact that when we were looking through for some examples, there are already 17,000 mobile apps, healthcare-related apps for
and that's just for consumers.
Right. So it's really going to change. It's really going to be a game changer, people think, in the next 3 to 5 years, if not sooner.
And the iPad effect among physicians when that came out.
Right.
Amazing. One of our other big stories this month is part of our clinical management series, which is something we do about every other month. And it takes a service line and looks at relevant trends in that service line. It can be about payment or IT or staffing or all of the above. This one is about long-term care.
Right, and the need for hospitals to look beyond their four walls to partner with those post-acute settings is going to be more and more important as we get into that post-reform era and penalties for readmissions and other things kick in, and that you really have to form a partnership with those areas, because you need to know where you're discharging those patients to make sure that those organizations meet your quality standards. And
often, I mean, whether you own them or not.
Right. Yeah, that linkage and partnerships can become more and more important.
Right. And then I enjoyed your story, which looks at Eastern Maine Health Systems. And it ties in nicely with what came out this week from HHS, which is the Partnerships for Patients initiative.
Yeah, it was great to look at this situation in Eastern Maine, where this rural health system is taking a zero defects approach to air, so that in about 40 different areas that are core measures or NQF never events, they're looking to drive their air rate to zero. And it shows how they've used technology and staff training, and most importantly, a commitment from their leadership to make this a cultural priority within the organization.
And HHS, with its Partnerships for Patients initiative, which is 500 hospitals have already signed up for it. One of the goals is to really have hospitals share best practices when it comes to reducing errors in hospitals. So,
right, and I think this is an example, and the folks at Eastern Maine have shared their practices with other hospitals in their region.
Oh, really? Okay, good. And last month we talked about your column, which was about how you personally are bending the cost curve.
That's true.
My column this month is about the Affordable Care Act and how that will be leading to the Cubs winning the pennant.
And we can only hope that'll happen, but first we got to get the Bulls and the Blackhawks to get through their playoff run, and then we'll be well primed for a Cubs run at the pennant.
It's all about Chicago teams.
It is.